David Platt's with me today from BioXyTran. David, good to meet you. Thanks very much for your time. BioXyTran, for those not familiar, tell us a little bit about the company itself. What's the mission? What are you looking to achieve here?
The mission is to develop the drug to treat stroke patients and the ARDS. ARDS is acute respiratory deficiency syndrome.
And this is a big market, of course. Just how many people are affected, roughly?
Altogether, it's about 1.4 million a year.
Globally?
No, in the US alone.
In the US, right. And so you've got one lead program here, have you?
One lead program, one lead drug that deliver oxygen to the tissue when it's lack of oxygen.
And this is still preclinical?
It's preclinical.
Right. And so what the big focus for you now is trying to get the funding and the support to get that into the clinic?
Correct.
How much are you looking at?
Right now we're looking at about 10 million.
Right. Would you not consider partnering? You want to take this on your own, do you?
Yes, and phase 2, once we finish the proof of concept, then we will partner. We'll consider partnering.
Right. And so those efforts to fundraise and get the cash, those are underway at the moment?
Yes.
Right.
We have an S1 active, approved by the SEC to raise secondary.
Right. And so realistically, when are we talking? Phase 1 trials? When might you be in the clinic?
Next year.
Next year? And initially it'll be healthy patients?
Healthy patients.
Right.
To find out if we are a level of toxicity, which we don't expect toxicity. And phase 2 for efficacy on stroke patients.
And how long would that phase 1 trial take, roughly?
I would say altogether it will take a year between the two phases, phase 1 and phase 2.
Right, so you should have some data back at some point towards the end of next year.
Toward the end of next year, I'll have data.
Right. And your other program, BIXT 252, what is this focusing on?
It's organ preservation. Since the drug, the chemistry, carry oxygen, you can actually use it for organ preservation in those devices that are supposed to preserve organ for transplantation.
Okay. And preclinical also, but what are the longer term plans for this candidate?
To partner, that's a different molecule, the same thing. Next year, when we'll get the FDA to approve the preclinical and clinical with those devices.
And so essentially that's the strategy here. You'd also not partner until the end of phase 2 for this.
Exactly.
So you've got quite a lot to look forward to and a bit of cash to raise. But you're confident?
Yeah, that's not my first public company.
Well, give us a bit more of your own background then, for those not familiar. What previous companies have you been involved with?
I'm doing companies from 1995. My first company on NASDAQ, called the International Gene Group. I took it the same way from OTC to NASDAQ. Valuation was initially around 15-20 million. And it ended up with 600 million. Second company was Pro Pharmaceutical, the same way, OTC to NASDAQ. The company called today Galactin Therapeutics. And I'm doing, I'm an inventor, so I'm a chemist, and I'm a chemical engineer, and I'm a medicinal chemistry. And I have ideas how to treat disease with chemistry that I'm inventing by myself or with others.
Right. And the particular focus of areas of significant unmet need?
Focus on the edge of space to do things that nobody is doing.
Right.
Very, I would say, attractive to investors also, because we're doing something which makes the results very attractive, as my previous company. So I'm doing something which is supposed to excite investors and excite me, because we make things to work for human on ideas and how to solve unmet medical need.
And the BioXyTran, where are you currently listed at the moment?
We are an OTC.
On the OTC, so the plan would be to take this on to NASDAQ as well at
Yes.
some point?
Yes.
Good to meet you. Look, thanks very much for your time. Very interesting.
Thank you.